So I have this Dirt Devil hand vac here that is a single speed unit, takes paper bags, although there's not one in there at the moment. This one's motor sounds really bad. I haven't ran it for years, but I kind of want to dive into it today. I want to see if I can get this guy working again. Well, or at least something, because I noticed there's a lot of seats in the sanctuary, and I figured if I can't get the motor in this guy to sound good again, maybe I can just use it until it dies out, vacuuming seats in the sanctuary. Because the thing about this guy is that the cord on it, everything, even the outer bag on this guy, is in fabulous shape. Everything to me but the motor is in fabulous shape. So I'm gonna dive into this guy and we're gonna take a look at it here. I'm not gonna show me taking out the screws, but basically you take the bag off. This is one of those where you don't really have the zipper. You take out all these screws on this side and the thing should just come apart. So I'll be back with it all took apart. Alright, so I just took all the screws out and got it in half. So let's go ahead and get the motor out. Kind of just wanting to see what condition everything's in after all this time. Now, I remember this motor. Alright, so as expected, this was a human house. Other than some squeaking, the thing actually sounds pretty okay. Well, but yeah, look at the condition of this fan. I think this thing right here is squeaking. So if anybody could tell me what I could do about that, that would be great, please. Or is that the bearing? It's something. But as I said, the motor in this thing is probably not coming back. Now spinning normally. I mean, yeah, it's squeaking still. But yeah, this motor is not too bad. Now here's what the motor says on it. I know it's a little faded out, but is this the average Dirt Devil motor? Because on here it says 3 amps. But I'm wondering if this is a super juiced up motor, because it does not sound like a normal. And as I said, I'll try and link the video I think I made in like several years ago of this motor running in the past when it ran. But everything's a little extra rusty on it too, so I'm not sure how this thing's gonna run. Hopefully it all still runs good. I'm thinking of actually trying it out today. So hopefully it still works like it did. I'm really not wanting to use, because if I can use this thing to at least vacuum some seats in the church, that would be awesome. Because I could use something for like this over there. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is more meant for household use, but I really have no attachment to this motor. Steel wool this plate a little bit, get some of that rust off. So I really don't know how to. After several years of not running, or actually more like a couple, I have no idea how this guy's gonna run. But then again, the Filter Queen came out okay after not running for like a year or two. So with any luck, this guy may still run yet. But as I said, it's been in a humid house during the summers, and I don't know. I think, yeah, so I'll continue getting this out, but that already looks a world better. And just to have a look in here, it's in fabulous shape. I mean, yeah. This whole unit as a whole is in fabulous shape. I could probably just replace the cord by snipping these two wires and then nut tying them with something if I wanted to replace the motor as a whole. I could easily do that if I could just get another motor. No problem. But I don't have another motor to spare, so... Because I think I got another one from the vacuum center some time ago, where it was kind of the opposite. The motor ran somewhat decent, but the unit was full of scratches and it was well used. I mean, even the fan on this thing is like, yeah, this fan has no signs other than a little dirty. I wonder if I'm going to hear some squeaking from this when it turns on. Oof. Well, anyway, I know that motor's probably going to be somewhat rusty. So, do I really want to take this apart? No, I don't, because all the other motors I tried to take apart didn't go so well. Let's see. Well, then again, the main reason why I didn't get this back together was because of the motor brushes, and I'm a little bit more experienced with that now. But then again, I really don't want to have to dive into this if I don't have to. So anyway, I'm probably going to continue cleaning it up. I'll link the video in the description, but yeah. Yeah, I could easily get like a Model 103, but I'm not sure if I want to run this today or not. It hasn't been ran for several years. And I don't think I want to put WD-40 in here unless somebody did this in the past, because I hear WD-40 is somewhat flammable or something, so I don't want to try that unless somebody else has. So I'll be looking up videos, but for now, thanks for watching, and if you have any advice for the motors on these things, please hit me up in the comments with it. And yeah, and I'll link the video in the description of when I actually ran this in the past. So I actually did a daring move and actually took one of the shells off the motor so that we could get a better clarity of what is going on in here. Ooh, that's a little rusty. Although the motor itself actually doesn't look to be too bad. The brushings are still good. So this piece is a little rusty, but I mean, whatever. Back here, it's not really bad. Maybe let's try and spin it now and see what. I'm running up about something now. Trying to come out on me. brushings like the brushings like to pop out on you when you take these apart. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything that could possibly be wrong here. The motor still looks to be in somewhat decent condition. Let's actually take this thing apart. Hold up a sec. So here's the main body of the motor. So I don't know if I would need to like re-grease one of the bearings. Although this bearing looks like it has a little rust on it. Although I can't really see that because the fan's on here. I think I know how to take one of these fans apart, though. But yeah, if one of you guys can let me know, like, what in the world I would need to do to this to get it. Oh. Looks like one of the wires fell out of that wire nut. Simple fix, though. So yeah, if you guys could let me know some things I could try and do for this, that would be appreciated. Until then, thanks for watching. Like, would it be a good idea to try and grease the bearings? This little piece actually looks like it wants to come out for me. Doesn't look too bad. And this is not the first motor I took apart. I know they're supposed to be like that. How's the bearing? If you guys could let me know if the bearing still sounds good, that'd be good. Because that could be the only thing I could think of that would be wrong with this, is just a bearing. Oh yeah. That actually doesn't sound really good. Hang on a sec, I'll be back. So the bearing, I got the fan off. The bearing doesn't sound the best. So I am thinking about getting a new bearing for this because, let's be honest, if this motor doesn't work, it's a lost cause anyway. And I can always just try and find a new. I'm still seeing a ton of these on eBay and some on Marketplace. So I'm sure finding a replacement for this one wouldn't be hard at all. But this bearing's actually in decent condition. Except for that. So I guess my main thing in this thing is what bearing would I need to get? What type of bearing do these things take for the front bearing? So please let me know in the comments below what bearing this thing takes. And I'll try and get a new bearing for it, and hopefully I can get this guy working again. And I'll show again how to take the fan off on these, because taking the fan off on these is actually fairly easy. Taking the fan off on these is actually fairly easy once you get the motor apart. But anyways, thanks for watching.